Hello and welcome to Thought for the Day from St. Peter's, Bexhill. Today's story is called The Big Party. "Come to my party," a man said to Jesus, so Jesus went along. But in the middle of the party he turned to the man and said, "You've invited all the wrong people." The man was surprised. "What do you mean?" he asked. Jesus looked around the party. "When you throw a party, you invite your important friends, your favourite relatives and your rich neighbours, don't you?" "Well, of course," the man nodded. "And when they throw a party, you hope they invite you too." "Well, that's right," said the man. "Well, I have a better idea," said Jesus. "The next time you throw a party, send your invitations to the poor, the crippled, the sick and the blind." "But why?" asked the man, more confused than ever. "Because none of those people could ever pay you back. They're not rich enough or well enough to throw parties of their own. But I tell you, God will be so happy with your kindness that he will save a special seat for you at the party he plans to throw in heaven." One of the other guests heard this and shouted, "Hooray for God and everybody who gets to go to his party in heaven." "That reminds me of a story," said Jesus. "Once upon a time, there was a rich man, who threw a big party for his friends. When everything was ready, the drinks and the cakes and the decorations, he told his servant to go and fetch the guests. When the servant knocked at the first guest's house, the man met him at the door with a worried face. "I cannot come," he said, "for I've just bought a piece of land and must go and see that it is all right." When the servant knocked at the second guest's door, the man's face was much the same. "Cows," said the man. "I've just bought some cows. One can't be too careful with cows. I must make sure they are well." It was just the same with the third guest. "Can't come tonight," he explained. "Haven't you heard? I just got married." When the servant reported all this to his master, the rich man was very angry. "So they can't be bothered to come? Well, I know plenty of people who will. Go out into the streets," he ordered his servant, "and invite the poor, the crippled, the sick and the blind." And so they came, the people no one else would invite, and it was the best party that rich man ever threw. Jesus looked around the room again. "Hooray for God," he said. "Rich and poor, sick and well, he loves us all. And he wants us all to come to his party." Amen.